Hey, welcome to my channel. In this video, this is probably my first video of my trading cards collectibles journey and possibly covering other stuff as well, but in today's video is going to be a special One Piece unboxing of this little package right here. Fun fact, I spent the day, like literally just today, I just got back, I traveled 200 kilometers from Kaohsiung, Taiwan, which is in the south, all the way up to Taipei just to collect this. So an interesting fact, this inside here is actually the cards for the One Piece first anniversary Chinese special. 5 different characters, so it's all the 5 different characters and a bunch of different cool Chinese outfits, with the exception of the Blue Nami. The Blue Nami is pretty much the chase card and the very hard one to get, and probably the most expensive one also now to get as a single. But I got the 5 of them all in here, including the Red Nami, serialized, and it's not just the cards, they're all PSA 10. So without further ado, let's get to it. Alright, so now let's get to the unboxing. Woo! Obviously I unboxed it just now when I met the guy to collect it, but I just went through it like roughly just to check whether the stuff is real. But I'm now actually sitting down and doing this unboxing to actually take a look at the cards. Alright, so let's see the first card. So this first card is actually a bonus because the seller appreciated that I took the time and effort to travel all the way down to Taipei to meet him, and he just gave me this. So actually I'm not even supposed to show the serial number, but who cares? I have this now. This is not a very expensive card. This is a promotional Luffy card, Japanese version for the Bandai Card Games Fest 2003-2024. So I apologize for not being too familiar as I'm just starting to get into the One Piece TCG. So I've been watching One Piece actually for like, I think close to 15 years, but regarding the TCG, I'm pretty new to this. So this is just a bonus PSA card that the guy gave me, right? PSA 10, right here. Now, next one. So he did pretty well in packaging up all this stuff, right? So he didn't seal them up because he didn't mail it to me. We met up and then he just gave it to me. But I can probably reuse all of this also to eventually sell and send to other people. Next we have Robin. So you can see it's the 2024 One Piece Chinese Nico Robin first anniversary set. So this is also a pretty expensive piece on its own, and it's amazing. You know, it's PSA 10. It's solid. You know, she's wearing, I'm not sure, I think these are nails, sorry, these are nails. Pretty cool. Look. It's the back of the card, all here. It's pretty nice. So what I'm probably gonna do eventually also is probably just to swap out all this, what's this, the slab sleeves with some of the ones that I bought, which is, let me see. Yeah, I bought some Vault X ones, so I might swap it out eventually. Now on to the next one. We got Tony Chopper. So my Chinese is not very good, but I think it says 2020 something ba. So yeah, as you can see, this is also a pretty nice looking chopper card. Got some goals. You can see it's PSA 10. Yeah, pretty cool. It's the back of the card, right here. Next one. Ooh, this is Sanji. So you can see Sanji has a pretty nice Bruce Lee pose. And in the back, you can see a bunch of tigers design, all the tiger designs. Sanji. So that's Sun, I think that's Zhi, yes. So you can see PSA 10 also as well, the back of the card. The One Piece, the Sanji design, pretty damn nice. Enjoying this. Next one. Ooh, this was the one that I really liked. Zoro, one of my favorite characters, aside from Luffy, of course. On the back, we have the dragon. So, yeah, he's of course a samurai, and he's a descendant of Ryoma. So I guess this is very fitting. Look at it, amazing. PSA 10 also as well. It's the back of the card. Nicely packed. No noticeable blemishes, even on the case also as well. So that's pretty nice. Next, we have, ooh, Luffy. Look at him. This is also not a very cheap card if bought by itself. So fun fact, in Taiwan, Luffy is actually, in China, Luffy is also actually pronounced as Luffy, but in Taiwan is Lufu. Yep, or is it the other way around? Yeah, I can't remember. But either way, the naming conventions is a bit different. So you can see this is a SR, super rare. Pretty nice also as well. Although I would have liked it if Luffy had actually a little bit more intricate design for the background, because you can see like Zoro has a dragon, Sanji has a tiger, but what's more, I don't know what's above a dragon. I guess a sun god, I guess a god. But anyway, it's the back of the card, Luffy's card. Nice. And now for the cream of the crop, the creme de la creme, which is the Nami. This is the red Nami. I may have to eventually try to hunt down the what do you call that? The blue Nami. But at the moment, we have this red Nami, which is good on itself. This is the most expensive card in the set. So you can see it has the serial number of 2969 right here. So I think very importantly, like especially in Chinese culture, you know, the numbers 2, 9, 6, and 9, all these are kind of auspicious. They have some meaning. I went to research, but I forgot what it was. But of course, the most auspicious numbers are like 1, 6, 8. Yeah, these are especially if those cards that have the serial number of all these different auspicious numbers, that would add an additional premium. So that might be something I might be hunting down in the future also as well. Right. So there's nothing much, but that's all for the unboxing. But let me show you something. So put them all down together. Zoro, Sanji, Chopper, and put this back a bit so you can see all of them. Fun fact, the serial numbers are all in order. So as you can see, ends in 34, ends in 35, ends in 36, ends in 37, ends in 38, and ends in 39. So all these were all submitted and then they got back together. So I will most probably be either keeping this for my own personal collection or selling this as a set only. So I do not want to break this up, or possibly trade for something in the future also as well. Alright, so that is the end of the unboxing, but I just want to talk a little bit more about this set. So this particular set is the first anniversary Chinese version of this One Piece promotional product. And it's unfortunately not available anymore, at least on retail. It's only available on the second-hand market, and a lot of scalpers have bought it on eBay, and then a lot of scalpers have been like bought it previously and then now listing on websites like eBay. Some of them buy from like Chinese. They are also listing on Chinese sites on like Taobao, because I went over to see different marketplaces to see what they're actually selling, and the prices are pretty steep. So I think just for the full set, you do get all the 5 cards, and of course the chance of getting the blue Nami. Just the set alone, unsealed, the Chinese set is about like I think 2,000 USD just for that. So not graded, nothing. And yeah, the Nami card I think is going close to about, is between like 1.5 to about 2,000 USD for PSA 10, depending on the quality, depending on the people's, the sellers also as well. So the full set itself, well, all 6 cards, PSA 10 is about 3,500 USD, the last sold on eBay. So I feel that this is a good investment for me, because I think in the future, especially next year during Chinese New Year, or when there's another event or something, people are going to be wanting to get this first set for their collection. And who knows, I might flip it, but as of now, I have no intentions of doing it so soon, because I do want to keep it in my personal collection. It's one of my first cards. One of my first cards and sets, actually PSA 10 cards. So before that, I actually bought the PSA 10, the manga really. So that is my first purchase. So yeah, gonna keep this for now. Who knows? I do want to start collecting also in English, because I feel that I think the resale value is also higher. So but I will mix around like Japanese and English and see where it goes. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed my first video, and I'm just going to document my journey and see where this goes. Right, thank you, see you in the next video.